rock star again. I'm getting ready for work, going to my job, but I didn't want him to come and see. Say have a good day, and right. But Publix, so there's somebody in the Publix making that shit up. Sarah, you probably know who it is. It's right in front of your face. But well, what? You don't want to tell him to shut the fuck up. But Valerie, Diane, and Dan, you go in the Publix, and yeah, so you go in the Publix and you make all that shit up. I called Publix and let them know to look at footage, and they haven't called me back yet, so I could put them to sleep too. Because the cops kicked me out because of the ego. They're pigs. They're dirty slut. She pissed off because don't want to fuck the dumb bitch because she has a nasty fucking attitude. She comes over there. Oh, I don't know why everyone they don't like you. Blah blah. It's not they don't like me. It's you want to fuck me, but I tell you to go fuck yourself. So then you get pissed off. So you're trying to throw me off every property because you don't want me in your town. I don't give a fuck what you want. You're not going to get my dick. And nor do I want you put rotten pussy that's been all over fucking Kingsland. You're a fucking tramp. So, Valerie, Dan and Chris, right? Chris, you're just like Mike, a meth junkie. You also ripped me off, and I caught you in the act of doing it. And Michael is actually the one that found the $100 pair of shorts that you stole from me from my room. So, and what happened? Your two children are back in foster care, back in with somebody that actually cares for them. That's if they get better care than you give them, then that's good for the kids. You had a chance, but you blew it because you went back to meth, right? Nobody's fault but yours. I don't give a fuck if you hate me or not. I'm not here to be fucking liked. I'm here to do the right thing for the right fucking reason. And then you have Dan coming out in Publix. Are you okay? Are you alright? I'm good. Once you come to my face and once you hit me, you won't be fucking good because I'll put you to fucking sleep just like I did you fucking front lawn. But that day it was raining, you running like a bitch to your vehicle, right? Diane, I was just sitting on the bench. I told you to go fuck yourself, you perk 30 junkie. Your eyes got so fucking big, you dropped your fucking mouth and that girl that jumped in there and then you fucking ran and drove right the fuck off. What are you scared for? What do you fear for? Because you know everything I say is the truth. Right? Dan and Valerie, you have no fucking money. So now you're out to make me not to have no fucking money. All it is a fucking guilt trip for you fucking guys. You're a fucking conniving fucking motherfuckers. You guys have no money. So now it's supposed to be, we have no fucking money and we want him to live here so we can use and abuse him and use his money. But he doesn't want to come live with us. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out there and we're going to make sure that he has no money and we're going to make sure that he goes back. Because this is our town, this is not his. Bitch, let me tell you. Who went down south before you did? Exactly my fucking point. So if you want to be cheap and conniving, you shut the fuck up and go back to fuck home. I was down south before any of you motherfuckers were. I left Maine at the age of 20. And it was my 21st birthday that I was in Florida. But yeah, I spent more time in Bristol, Connecticut than I did in Maine. So go fucking yourself. Go fuck yourself, crackheads. And then, Valerie, you get mad because I brought flowers for Sarah, and didn't you? What? You was jealous because you. Why are you jealous? You were never a fucking mother in the fucking first place. You was a deadbeat mother, just like my father was a deadbeat father. But now that you guys are sick and not feeling good, blah, 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 you think we have to drop everything and fuck all the shit that you guys ever done to us. Fuck everything. We're supposed to just drop everything and forget everything. It's not how it works. I will never forget. And I never will forgive you, but I forgive for myself so I can go forward. You guys starved us to death. You guys, Valerie, yeah, you basically were never home. You was on crack binges all the time. You left us with fucking nobody. You left us with babysitters that didn't fucking want get the fuck outside. We don't fucking want you. The only fucking reason we're babysitting you is fucking the money. You guys go out, fucking babysit yourself. Go outside. We don't want to see you. The only time we want to see, the only time you can come in is when you have food on the table. When you're done, go fucking back outside. So it's all a manipulation game for them. It's all a brainwashing game for them. Valerie and Dan, you made it up through the phone call you was on for 2 hours when I was in Maine. And then you, Valerie, thought that you hung up the phone. You didn't hang up the phone. I heard every fucking thing you said you was gonna do. For that, Valerie, it's gonna whiplash and karma is gonna come and bite you because you are the fraud. And you're guilty and you don't want to be accountable for being a fraud. You don't want to go to prison. So, in Acid Cove, that Katie and Brandon, Sarah, and Katie's father. Katie, did you live? Your father lived on the other side. But you guys don't realize that I was getting better when I got down here. But my mother saw that I was getting better. But then she started to go in her little fucking schizo version. And then she started taking all her electronics apart, blah, 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 blah. It's all a fucking joke. She's a schizo, just like Justin. They're pissed off because I'm not a schizo. They were trying to build it inside me. And my mother says she trained me to be retarded all my life. No. She's the only one acting retarded. Because, Valerie, you can go to prison for the rest of your life. Because you are a fucking fraud. Remember when I was 16, Jason Tossi? And I called disability and told them I didn't need it because I had a job that was helping me. And yeah, they didn't just sit there and judge me. They didn't. So I called them and said, I don't need it anymore because I have a full-time job that's not sitting here and they're working with me. What was it, Jason? 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks later, we get a phone call, and my mother is still getting my check. She's getting my check behind my back. Valerie, that is stealing. That is fraud. But you weren't giving me the money. You were stealing the money from me. So you was using me to get money. Now that you have no fucking money, you think I owe you money because you died having me. First of all, let's get this one clear, Valerie. If you wasn't a crack whore, I wouldn't have the problems. If you wasn't on drugs, I wouldn't have the problems. If you weren't drinking, I wouldn't have problems. So if you would have took care of being pregnant, I wouldn't have complications. But I had complications because you wanted to sit there and drink. You wanted to sit there and be a crack whore. You wanted to sit here and fucking do coke all the time. It's the same fucking thing. But you wanted to party and party and party and party and party. But you were pregnant with this one. You was also 2 months premature. That wouldn't happen if you was actually taking care of the kid that was in your stomach. You're just pissed off because I'm over here and you're over there. You're a lost cause without me. I'm not a lost cause without you. This is the best version of myself I've ever been in it. And I'll tell you what, it's great fucking peace. And like Kevin Gates would tell you, we spend fucking years figuring us out, then get great peace. Be a cold fucking day in hell before we let fucking scumbags come back in to disturb our great peace. Skeet the fuck out of here, because you'll never come back, let alone around me. And if you ever come into Little Caesars again, I will call the pigs on you. And I will get them to fuck that shit up, then fuck the cops. I will tell you myself, and I will let my Tammy, my manager, to know I don't want you in the store. You want to sit there and try to kick me off every property because you want me to be at the house and serving for you what you're using and abusing for me. The time and energy don't make no fucking sense. So why would I do that, Veller? Why would I do that? You're a fucking pill junkie. I'm sober. Why would I go to around a pill junkie? You're jealous and envy because I don't do drugs and I'm not hooked on drugs and I'm not addicted to drugs. See, that's what happens, people. When you get sober, all those people that are on drugs, and when you guys were on drugs, when you tell them, no, I'm sober, we're sober, they get mad, jealous, and angry because they can't deal with being sober. So within 3 to 5 years, they're going to be when you're going to hang out with them, and they're going to go like this, nat, patty whack. And then you're eventually going to be them. No, I'm going to stay myself. And I would, Ronnie Everett Adams told me I'm better by myself. I'm better being alone. I'm better being alone and going to get the love that I've always wanted. But stay out of Maine because Maine is a bunch of perverts. Your father is going to do something to you in life, which you did, Randy. You tried to make me up to cover you and Justin. My mother tried to cover her up. She tried to cover Dan up. You're all wanting to be the rock star. You all want to sit there and hinder and hold me down from my greatness, from my full potential. It's not going to happen. You guys remember National Treasures? Exactly. I found the treasure. It's gold. It's in me. I also found the silver. It's not Dan Silver. It's the other half. of this one. So across seas, you was the first one to deal with the complications. First one across seas. But your intestines were on the outside. That's it. That's it, fucking hoe bag. That's all you dealt with. I was the first one in the United States to survive the complications. I had my intestines bone on the outside, with my umbilical cord wrapped around my neck. With the umbilical cord wrapped around my neck. I guarantee you, if it flip-flopped, you would be dead. Because you only had your intestines on the outside. That's all you had wrong with you. And you think you're Bruce Almighty because you pulled through. I had my intestines on the outside with the umbilical cord wrapped around my neck. I was dead. It was choking the fuck out of me, you dumb bitch across seas. I was the first one in the United States of America to survive. Well, you were the first one to survive across seas. I was the first one to survive in the United States of America. And I'm going to tell you something right now, bitch. You're not going to take us out. We're going to take you out. And Donald Trump, you're doing what you're doing, but be smart. Because our people are more important than fucking war, you dumb motherfucker. You have enough money for war, but you don't have enough money to feed the homeless and the veterans. Isn't that bullshit? You guys want to sit there and give out money for war, but you cannot sit there and feed the homeless or the veterans that already were protecting and serving us when they were in the military. Remember, Ronnie Everett Adams wasn't even in the war. And then Red Bragg. Remember, back in the day, we've already dealt with all this shit. Now it's repenting itself. It's the same fucking thing. Around the fucking world, you need to grow the fuck up and realize if it's not the fucking people, you won't even have a fucking job to fucking sit there and be a minister at. Bitch. Dennis Rodman, you're friends with a faggot across seas. And you are a good basketball player. And once you take that basketball player and go and tell your friend to stop his fucking shit. Because if he don't, come on, man. You want the whole fucking world to sink? It feels like when I go out, the whole world's gonna go pollution. Boom. My attachments were born on the outside. So you guys need to straighten the fuck up. Because you're not dealing with the complications. You guys don't deal with the not consequences, but you don't deal with what I do with. You don't deal with the shit that I deal with. I don't have a kid out here. I don't even want have a relationship out here. You know why? Because you guys are all showing me how fake fuck you are. And I don't want no fake. I want true love, true and real. Because I want a real child. But I want the child to have a better and greater time on land than their father. I am a heaven or not. You guys are treating me like shit. So, you treating my child like shit because you supposedly don't like me? I don't give a fuck. I can deal with it because that's who the fuck I am. But you want to fuck around with my kid? if I had a kid, I'll tell you what.